Where the fuck is...
Oh no, Thanos
Yes,
talking about his plans.
Thanos talking about his plans. What?
Now this is fried chicken.
Domination.
You know, you would think that, fried chicken would not have distracted us so hard.
You're welcome.
Yet we are.
We should
I love
start
the
before I get
Slurpee
too
drink.
hungry.
I literally
You're-
said I'm
you're
unmuted.
not
I've
fucking
unmuted
fried-
us.
Oh yeah,
Oh
but
fuck, yeah.
well, ball.
That's
Once
Yeah.
again, you're welcome.
The ball
Right.
was there. It must
Done.
roll.
alright, bye. This cheesecake will be here.
Well,
Love you
thank you
guys.
all for coming. This was a great episode of No, I'm kidding.
Banalia? Yeah, that was it. They're gonna go to, and thus, I won't have some hoes in the background who won't shut the fuck up. Just one hoe.
A singular
Huh.
hoe.
Yeah. Yeah. Love of and my cat. So 2 hoes.
Oh, excuse me.
Makes sense. Also, I'm sorry to have put this cursed imagery on your screen.
No, you're not.
You're
Shut
not-
the
it's
fuck
blessed.
No,
up.
you're not.
And you're not well. And you're not sorry.
Bye.
I'm glad we're in agreement that there is no sorry there.
There is no
there is
remorse.
deliberate malice.
This was
with this.
intentional violence.
Yeah. This is God damn. You woke up and chose violence, huh?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah. I feel like
Honestly,
God,
I feel
can't-
attacked. I came out here to have a good time.
can't stop staring at it.
Good news. You can still have a good time. But, she's gonna watch you the whole time.
No.
Sure, she will.
We'll see
Think so.
about that. I can shorten the screen so that she's not there.
Gonna zoom. Oh god, it's zooming in on her. Fuck. Right, Dario's.
This is
Great.
such a good
Thank
fucking
you.
edit,
Nice.
though. Like, I could see this being a Shrek edit at this point.
Shred it.
A shred it, if you will.
I really do. I really will.
That's like the darker part of Reddit, isn't it?
Yeah, shred it.
Hmm.
It's
Shred
it's
it. No, shred it's the radical part of Reddit.
right. It's where they it's tar.
Where they really show you how to kickflip.
Or they show you how to do that sick ollie, bro.
Sure.
Dude,
Alright.
Man, come to think of it, Dario is the only one that cast. I've drawn Ada, Heem,
yep.
Dario won.
Who knows?
That
Dario, what?
Grief. So yeah, a lot of things happened in the last 2 weeks.
yeah.
I think 2 out of the 4 of us got commissions from the one of the 4 of us.
Yeah.
And,
Been a good time.
it's pretty good.
I also just drew Atro casually. But no. Very, very good design. I love them. And very cool.
You know what
Absolutely.
is like the antithesis of really cool, though?
What?
So, last night, Dario was chased by a hulking, toad-like creature.
Wait,
And,
oh yeah, that's right.
he got to his house, and it never actually got resolved what happened after that. Because, unfortunately, stuff happened, and he wasn't here, so we're gonna resolve some things. I would like to draw your attention. Excuse me. To Dario's house.
Damn it, man! I was drawing a toad.
Oh no.
Hate to
Good God. Okay.
Oh my goodness.
I am
Oh,
on
you doing
burp.
okay over there?
I hope so. I can't paste your token. Why? What the fuck?
The last time on Dragon Ball Z, Adro is passed out on the floor.
You lost
They're
my
all.
token.
We're both crying.
We're actually rewinding a little bit technically. There we go. Because I didn't do my due diligence, move the map layers to the map layer. Oops. So yeah, these fuckers aren't here yet. But you know who is here? Dario.
Oh, really? Dario
Mhm.
is here.
Dario is here.
Amazing.
And you just escaped what you might consider the scariest thing you've probably seen in your life.
Nothing
Potentially.
fears Dario.
So you're in your house. You just shut the door. You don't know if the Bunderhopp is still around. What do you do?
So, okay, so we backed up that far. Okay.
Yes.
Dario, thinking about like they have prior knowledge that what's it called? Bandersnatch? Banderhop?
Bunderhopp.
Bunderhop.
I'm glad I named it something so similar to Bandersnatch that everyone immediately thought of that.
Yeah. Bandersnatch and Bunderhop, it's hard to make the decision. So, we know Dario because of the research we've done 2 episodes ago.
Mhm.
The Bunderhop works in the shadows.
Yes.
So, as long as you have light, you cannot get you. So Dario is going to proceed to create as much light as he can within this house.
Okay. So you light up that fireplace and
Light up
generate
the
any other
fires.
lights that you can.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Create candles. Throw a campfire. I don't know.
You just start
You
a
know.
campfire in your fucking house.
Mm-hmm.
And now your house is on fire. How about yours? That's the way I like it. Never get bored.
Well, oh
Hey
no.
now.
Fuck off.
See,
Hey now.
okay. So you light up the house. Anything else you do?
Well, let's see. Uh, Considering the scenario, and we're not sure the Bunderhop is laying around and everything. Dario decides to get himself in a properly lit area.
Okay.
What, Sam?
Possibly the center where there's a bunch of light around, so it cannot get him.
Okay, so
Um,
in your 2-floor house, you're staying on the first floor?
Let's say we're staying on the first floor.
Okay. Gotcha. So everything in the first floor is lit, and whatever you can in the second floor? Just
Whatever
kinda...
I could in the second floor, yeah.
Okay.
I'm assuming if it was of close proximity, I don't think it would have even touched the second floor, because you would have to go out of your way to light that up as well. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Okay, so you lit your house up. Anything else that you decide to do?
Hmm. Well, as long as I have everything lit up, I put myself in the center. I have something ready to go, like, a weapon in case we need something. So I'm assuming I still have my patented arm rope on me.
Yeah, you have your new whip arm attachment thing that you've devised for your
That's what it
armor.
was. The whip arm blade. That's what it was called.
Yeah, something like that. Sorry. Behemoth reminded me to mute the notification sounds. There we go. Okay. So you've got your stuff set up. You got the house lit up. Okay.
Mm.
And that's it?
Trying to think of anything else that would be important or integral to the situation. As far as it's concerned, the house is lit up. We're in a proper spot. The the Bunderhopp shouldn't get us.
Gotcha. Okay. So, uh, make a perception roll for me, please.
Perception roll. Here we go. Perception, baby. Oh, under normal, correct?
Yes, normal. Okay. So, you're kind of wigging out, in your house. You've got all the house lit up, burning a lot of oil. Got the forge going. You got the fireplace going. It's kind of stuffy in here. A very easily distractible room with all the sounds of fire. But for a brief moment, you hear the sound of a shutter being thrown open upstairs.
Mm-hmm.
And after a brief moment, you're pretty sure you hear a footstep. But you're not 100% sure.
Okay. Oh, this is the part where I
Sorry.
narrate what happened.
This is your kind of response to the situation.
Okay.
It's been a hot
Hearing
minute
a
since we
noise.
played.
Hearing a noise in there. We know what we've been doing this entire time. So if there's noise and stuff going on upstairs, you are not going to take your chances and go up there. Because
Okay.
chances are that if a shutter is opened, that means probably one of the it's probably going to douse out one of the flames. You don't want to be there when that happens. So, if anything, I've just turned my attention towards the stairs.
Okay.
So at this point, I'm still staying put.
Okay.
Because as long as everything else is lit up, that's fine.
Okay. Second here. So, you go. There you went. So you get the. You have your eyes fixed on the stairs, and the heat in the building is causing you to kind of start to sweat, and you're not sure if it's nervous sweats or actually just how hot it is in here. It is, after all, I believe summer, and or at least late spring, and you see a shadow appear on the wall from what little upstairs light you have, and it the source of the shadow peeks its head around the corner of your, like, how do I describe it? The barrier that keeps you from just accidentally falling down the stairs.
I'm able to see that from down there?
So you're here, right?
Yeah.
You should probably be able to see, like, the shadow up the stairs,
Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay, that's
which
fair.
are
Fair.
right here. And climbing down the stairs, you see a large hulking mass. And
Okay. Question.
yeah,
If I can see a shadow, doesn't that mean he's in the light?
yes. So there's
So
a
what's the
misconception of what you might have taken from the information garnered earlier. It's not that the light, because you got it from a fairy tale. It's not that the light prevents him from existing, or it rather. You know that light has some kind of influence on what it can do, but you don't. But you can clearly see that it is not affected in a way where it can't, be a material creature in the light. Now,
Okay, so basically, he lied to us.
not necessarily.
Hmm.
What I don't remember the exact verbiage he used. Let me see if the notes that Nova took are.
Good.
Yeah. So I don't know that. Yeah, I don't know where the information got misconstrued, and that's on me probably. But uh,
Yeah, nocturnal dead of night, keep the light on, melts in sunlight. Doesn't actually melt in sunlight, just
well,
melts into the shadows to ambush.
yeah, something got messed up on those notes there. It looks like because it literally contradicts itself. Uh-oh.
If it helps, what would it like?
Because I think we got a source from Cabbage Green, and then Team corrected us. In that
Right.
we were like, hey, the fairy tale said it melts in sunlight, and then he was like, it doesn't actually melt in sunlight. It melts in shadows.
And it's hard to. Okay, I remember now.
I feel like that context makes it a little bit more confusing. It doesn't melt in sunlight, but it does merge itself into shadows to ambush. I believe that's what it should be saying instead of melts.
Yeah.
Yeah, it melts into the shadows rather
No,
than.
no, no, no.
Meld.
Merges into
Merge. Meld.
merges.
Yeah.
It
Because I think that was verbatim what Cabbage said, is that it melts.
Okay.
And then
So I will take responsibility for that fuck up, but uh I'll just explicitly say the creature can melt into the shadows, but if there are no shadows, it can merge into shadows. But if there are no shadows around, it can't merge into them.
Which is why we needed all the light.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to get across, and that's my bad. I
but
think.
but because of this, it still can exist with the lights on.
Yes, it.
As long as there's like a shadow around.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
like there's a show I'm pretty sure that does this thing where you can. It's like in Metal Gear Solid. You can hide in the shadows easy, and with certain suits you have like perfect cover.
I'm
But
pretty sure you're thinking JoJo's Bizarre Adventure because it's the only thing it's reminding me of.
maybe I've never watched JoJo. Um. That being said, house is lit up, so the creature can't like, hide easily. But as I was saying, it starts climbing down the stairs, albeit quite slowly, because your house is small and it is big.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say because it's stancing up.
It kind of
Like
has
I'm
to
making.
like hunch over and like sidle.
Mhm.
It's just trying to sneak out. It can't go out.
And yeah, it's climbing down the stairs, albeit it's having a bit of a difficult time. Uh, what do you want to do?
Hmm. At this point in time, okay, so Dario is probably staring into this monster as he's trying to climb down the stairs. He needs to act fast.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm. I'm assuming during his lining up and everything, he's also got a pot brewing. Like just something just being cooked because it's
Sure,
also a source of light.
sure, you're
So I
cooking
imagine
something.
so I imagine there's just a boiling pot right now,
Mm-hmm.
ready to throw like and Dario notices it. He realizes that he can take that pot, throw it at the Bunderhopp.
Okay. So you're gonna throw a pot of boiling water at the frog, the giant frog.
Yes.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Progress.
Um. Okay. Uh. Let's do this then. uh, can you remind me what your... It's your... Okay, we'll base this off of your strength or dexterity, whichever one you want. But, if you could give me a strength, not saving throw, but basically something, I guess an attack roll? That's probably the best thing we can do.
I'm sorry, a what?
Can you make an attack roll using your strength or dexterity? I don't care which one. At advantage because it's kind of stuck.
Got it.
Okay. So you you grab this pot of boiling hot water and kind of describe like the form you've got when you're trying to hurdle this thing at it. I'm assuming you can't just grab the pot with your hand, so probably holding it with something.
Oh, I'm imagining a pot with like a handle.
Oh, okay, okay.
Yeah. So
There's also like probably fire
this is
in
a
those.
what?
If it's by the fire, you like have fire, then like normally fire.
You're breaking up.
Sorry. Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Also normally with if this is on like a fireplace, right?
Mm-hmm.
So normally with fire poker sets, they have something to grab Dutch oven with, like
Oh, okay.
included in.
That makes sense. Anyway.
Okay.
So it's got a handle, you've got some stuff. I just kind of wanted some narrative with it. I don't know. So that way describe the action kind of things.
Yeah, okay. So seeing the pot being cooked as it is, sees that there's an opportunity. He lunges over to the boiling pot, grabs it by the handle, immediately flings it at the Bunderhopp.
Hot and all?
And
Hot and all?
pot and all.
Okay.
Because I mean, I assume water's not going to be able to reach him from that if he tried just chucking it.
Mm-hmm.
So he's throwing it at it. The water gets on the Bunderhopp. You can hear it. You can hear it scalding the body.
Yeah, it retches a bit. The warm, or not the warm, the fire, while the Bunderhop does have some natural resistance to like warmth, there's a bit of a different tie-in when you've got a burning, like, boiling pot of water, so it'll take some damage from that. Can you give me what's your main weapon? What's your whip's damage again? It's a D4, right?
We agreed to a 1d4 plus 2 slashing.
Perfect. We'll do just pretend like you're hitting with the whip then, and I'll make it like bludgeoning or something for the pot.
Okay, so that's right there. Roll 1d4 plus 2. Oh, damn it.
It's all good. It's all good. It's been a hot minute since you've played, so like mistakes happen. Okay. So the water gets all over it and it starts steaming up real good. You can smell it kind of cooking a little bit, weirdly enough. But
Okay.
like
Does
you
it
get
smell
the
like
faint
steamed frogs.
the faint smell of, a steamy toad. I don't know what cooking frogs would smell like, because I haven't been in a place that cooks them. But
I guess I didn't think about it, that if you immediately start boiling something, it would start giving off a smell.
Yeah, that's
and it retches back a bit,
Mm-hmm.
and then what it does in response is it turns back to face you, and I need you to make a good grief. Oh, never mind. It's not like that. I thought it was a save. It's the save is after. Uh, okay. So the creature turns to look back at you, and
Mm-hmm.
for for a brief instant, you see its mouth open,
Mm-hmm.
and a tongue starts flying towards you, and it hits the table beside you, uh, grabbing your cutting board, and it pulls it back into it.
That was a gift.
Not the cutting board.
Mhm.
For a minute, I thought you were gonna say the table to the left, and it's gonna fling the table at me. I was like, "Oh shit!"
No, that
Nice.
would have been like something I'd have done if it did it worse than it did.
Oh, okay.
Hit itself with the fucking table or something dumb. Excuse me. Anyway,
Okay.
uh, it sees. So yeah, you see this thing. Its massive tongue just go slurp toward toward you, missing you
Mm-hmm.
just barely, and it takes your cutting board into its mouth instead.
Okay. All
Uh,
right.
what would you like to do?
Well, this thing is actively trying to get me now with its tongue, so I need to get away. I need to get another room away from it. So I'm gonna make my way over to the to my little smithing section
Okay,
that's on this left side here. Hang on, let me. I could take this.
I was just
So
gonna. I was just
I
making sure you could do
immediately,
that.
I immediately dash over to here, and
Okay.
now I search around for something that I can use because now I'm in my smithing. I see, just stuff that was once that is being worked on. You know, perhaps I see a a scorching hot blade currently being tempered right now.
Uh, I mean, did you leave a blade over flame when you weren't around?
I would assume it happened during everything lighting up.
Oh, right. Yeah,
Yeah.
so I could see it. You probably got a red hot blade uh nearby.
Mm-hmm.
Uh,
So
okay.
I'm looking at that blade.
Mhm.
Of course, I know I'm gonna need to use like a very. I can't exactly just pick that up with oven mittens. I gotta use the clamps with that.
Mhm.
But to myself, I'm just thinking, screw it, I'll fling that onto that too. See if it stabs it.
Okay. So you've grabbed a red hot blade and you are holding it with some tongs or something like that.
Mhm.
And so you're waiting for it to try and pop out out into the forge area, or are you going inside again to throw it at it?
That's to play it safe. I'll wait in that area.
Okay.
It will trap me, but hopefully it isn't. Oh yeah, that's a good point. It might trap me in.
I
Hmm.
will say, at least the way I saw this being designed, you have two ways out. Because, like, you have this kind of outdoorsy type forge. So, like, the second
Oh,
floor's to your
so
right. So you can pretty easily get out of here.
okay,
You just
okay.
have to hop over you know, walls that are, not terribly high, but, you know, uh,
They're gonna put some work in.
you're
I
basically gonna have to hop a
basically
fence if you want to get out of here.
yeah. Okay. So that's currently what I'm thinking right now.
Okay. Uh, so you hear some loud crashing noises coming from inside your own house. Uh, it is eerily empty in the surrounding area. And all you hear is the rumbling and tumbling of furniture and things like that. And the Bunderhopp kind of crashes through your. Is that a window? Did I put a window there? I did put a window there. It kind of crashes out the window
Mm-hmm.
and almost hits the forge. And it is starting to pick itself back up as it tried to force itself through a very small opening. And
Okay.
what do you do?
With this. Okay, so currently I have my red hot blade on me.
Mm-hmm.
I have the red hot blade with me. Naturally, it would be smart to just try to fling it at it while it's standing there to see if I can pierce it with something with like with something red hot. But it's also occurring to me that I do have an arm blade.
Mm-hmm.
It might be the stupidest idea that Dario's ever came up with, but I believe Dario is just thinking to himself, maybe he could maybe he could tie it
He's gonna
to the
tie it
handle.
up.
Tie this red hot sword to the handle and start swinging it around so
My
it's more
God.
of a viable weapon.
Okay, so you're tying this hot piece of metal to the end of your whip attachment that is part of your armor. Am I to
If
gather
this
this
were-
correctly?
I mean, if this were, I mean, hmm. I mean, part of me is just thinking if I'm gonna be going down, it's gonna go down in style at least.
Okay. Give me a dexterity. Give me sleight of hand check actually at disadvantage.
Disadvantage, sleight of hand check. Okay.
Yep, because this is hot and it burns and it's painful and ouch. Uh. Okay.
Damn it.
You
Why can't I just look cool? Fuck.
you start trying to tie this whip to a piece of red hot metal, and you just ineffectively burn yourself over and over again. And you actually take 1 fire damage from trying to do that. And in the amount of time it took you to,
These dice are loaded.
flummox your way around tying something to something red hot, the Bunderhopp has regained its footing, and it is going to once more attempt to get you with its tongue. And this time, it actually might connect. What's your armor class?
Heavy?
No, sorry. So AC is 16. So you get, yeah, it's you have a 16. Got it. Okay. So this time, while you're getting your hand burned up by your plan, you don't notice. You notice just a little bit too late, rather, and the tongue, its very sticky, prehensile tongue, catches you, and I need you to make a strength saving throw.
Strength saving throw. I think these dice are loaded.
These electronic dice are loaded.
They are. What the
God
hell?
damn.
Okay. So you get stuck by this tongue and are pulled inward toward the creature right next to it. You are basically, the tongue has worked its way around you, essentially, and basically has you in a grip.
It is binding me.
It has
Yes.
bound you. You are also going to take 7 necrotic damage as you feel like it's taking a bit of your life force through its tongue. It's very like you feel kind of disgusting as it just starts pulling you into its maw. But it is your moment. You have some amount of agency here. What would you like to do? Excuse me.
So it has to be bound in a way in which I cannot technically escape, right?
You can try and pull yourself out of the situation again.
Yeah. No, I
Uh,
mean, yeah. I mean, okay. There's a sort of agency, but I'm trying to get a reiteration of how this thing has bounded me.
So
Like,
you
has it got any part of my body, or has it just got the armor?
imagine like you've got rope around. Well, it's basically got your armor because the armor's outside of you, but
Thank
it's
you.
basically
That's
wrapping around your arms and basically your torso. So basically, imagine like the stereotypical rope tie situation, but it's just your torso area, but it goes over your arms.
so it's got one of my arms, like it's like skin contact. Okay.
Yes, potentially.
I need to look at what else I have.
You are technically restrained as well, so you're gonna have some amount of difficulty with arm-based movement.
Basically, what I'm trying to say is, it going to be difficult for me to slide out of my shell?
Give it if you want to try that. You won't have much difficulty. If you can pull your arms into your shell armor pretty easily, normally, then I feel like you could probably get away with this.
Okay, because that's my thinking. When you started talking about the arm, it made me think, okay, so I can't do that either because it's just gonna restrain me from the arm. If it wasn't, and you just said it was wrapped around the armor, well, then there's my
Yeah,
strategy.
I'll
I pull
retcon it a
out.
bit. Yeah, it's just around your armor, just so that way there's no confusion about this.
Okay,
I like what you're trying to do here.
yeah. So I think I'm gonna go for that. If it's got my armor and it's the only thing that's keeping me from getting eaten right now, then I'm going to slip out of that armor.
Okay. Give me a dexterity, or not a dexterity. Yeah, dexterity. Dexterity saving throw.
Dexterity saving throw. I swear to God, dice, if you fuck me over,
Hey,
that's
okay.
that's what I'm talking about.
Uh, describe how you slide out of this armor, and also maybe what you may or may not have been wearing under that armor.
Oh,
Yeah.
So, as Zahn has pointed out, it has got me around by the armor. It is slowly dragging me. As I was trying to resist Dario, I mean, as Dario was trying to resist, he is currently looking around. He is in nowhere, no vicinities, can't grab anything, can't do anything. He only can think of one thing, and he doesn't want to do it, but he knows that this is his only means of surviving right now because he doesn't know what's going to happen if he gets eaten. So he slips out of the so he immediately retracts his whole body inside his turtle armor.
Mm-hmm.
As we established, this is a basically like a replication of a turtle shell. It is made out of metal. It is his finest work, and he is going to slip out like like as cartoonishly as one would expect if a turtle would come out of a shell. Slips out,
Like the fucking
allowing.
Koopas from Super Mario World.
Yep, exactly.
Okay.
Slips out. This allow and the Bandersnatch basically just not without the weight, he's able to pull that armor. I'm not sure how you're gonna want to approach this because I imagine this thing is a hunkin' chunk of metal, so it's just gonna slam itself with it. But as
Um,
far as I'm concerned, it
This
is
dude unhinge the jaw.
yeah. So I'm not sure if it's gonna do any damage or if this is just gonna be basically him eating my armor.
Okay. So you fall to the ground in whatever skivvies you've got.
Mhm. Oh yeah. You wanted me to describe.
Yeah. I'm just
Ah,
curious.
does he have
Let's
skivvy?
let's keep it PG and say he does have some nice underwear.
All right.
He has underwear on. Let's nice spandex underwear and they got hearts on it.
Fuck yeah.
Thanks.
I love it. Okay. So you fall to the ground. You got your heart-shaped boxer spandex on. Well,
Intact.
depending on how long those leggings in the armor are. Since you kind of just fell out of it, you would still have the bottom part of your armor on if you fell out of the turtle shell half, right?
Technically speaking, yeah.
Okay.
I'm kind of yeah, you know what, now that you're thinking about it, yes. Yeah, I would still have whatever leg garments I would have.
Okay. So basically, Dario falls out of the armor with whatever barding he would have on his chest still on, if any.
Mm-hmm.
And the turtle shell armor, it sees you fall out, and the Bunderhopp kind of, excuse me, he kind of throws the armor down to the ground. It makes a loud thunk as it and clatters across the stone floor. And you fall to the ground prone. You still have movement if you would like to use it. What would you like to do?
Movements. How many spaces?
So movement, you still have you have to use, I would say you have to use half your movement to get up from prone. So you'd probably lose two squares. You have 5 total because you move 25 feet. Each square is 5 feet.
Okay. Well, since the Bunderhop has my armor as it stands, has the Bunderhop has my armor as it stands. It
Mm-hmm.
is my opportunity to get some distance. So I am going 3 steps this way.
Okay. Do you grab anything on the way out of that area? Because your whip weapon is also attached to that armor.
Is it?
I thought it was it not?
No, I'm thinking of it like a big old turtle shell. So if
Got it. Okay.
like yeah,
So it's like a greave or something. Okay, never mind.
yeah.
Okay.
So Armblade is still intact. Like it kind of just looks like a naked Arthur.
Gotcha. Okay. uh Sorry, this is going kind of weird. Uh it starts to give chase. And it has trouble moving through here, so it doesn't quite get to you.
Wait, so it ate the armor? What happened to
No,
the?
it dropped the armor.
Ah, damn. Well, that
the
sucks.
the armor is on the ground. We'll say right by your window.
Okay.
That looks like a turtle shell, kinda.
Okay.
The creature has quite a bit of trouble moving through this area, and it can only move about as far as you did. But it can't get its tongue through to you. It is because the way you've got your forge set up,
Mm-hmm.
you basically have a large gate in the way that you kind of hop over. It
Mm-hmm.
its head is up in the kind of up in the rafters. If it tried to hunch over, it'd have an easier time, but it does not. Uh, it can't do anything to you this turn. What are you gonna do?
Can't do anything to me this turn. Basically stuck at that door at the moment.
Mm-hmm.
I can't just keep running from this thing forever.
Mm-hmm.
Because obviously, if it can follow me straight to my home, like, and get inside my home, clearly I have no clear way of getting myself out, but it
Mm-hmm.
is targeting me, so I have to fight this thing. Um, we are going to do a. Let me see. Let me just make sure. We are going to do a. I'm looking through my magic right now. Give me a moment.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, that's a good one. We're gonna use a thunder wave.
Okay.
It'd be the only solution I could think of, and with the thunder wave, we're hopefully gonna be able to blast it away for a bit.
Okay. Go ahead and do. Can you drop that spell in the chat? By you can click on it and it should spit it out into the.
Level 1, correct?
Yeah. You shouldn't have. Oh, you could upcast it if you wanted to, but uh, to my knowledge, I think you only have like a one level 2 spell slot or something like that. So
Something like that. Yeah.
okay, so it needs to make a con save. Oh, well, I missed the box and it failed. Okay. So can you give me the 2d8 thunder damage?
2d8 thunder damage.
Uh, and how do you go about doing the thunder wave? Because I'm just curious how you go about casting spells. This might be the first time you've ever done it.
Yeah.
Second time, if you count expeditious retreat. Yeah.
So, just to reiterate, the toad is currently trying to stick its head through the gate, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So seeing as I see that head sticking out of the gate, I prep myself in a nice sumo stance. Get that energy, get that electric chakra going through. I slide my hands against each other, and you start seeing the crackling of thunder. And once you see enough static build up, Dario opens his arms wide and makes a big clap,
Okay.
and that thunder wave goes directly at this Bunderhopp here.
Uh, just for clarification, so thunder wave. It is a cube around you, so it shockwave goes out around you, and it does hit the Bunderhop for the full effect, but it also
Okay,
affects the
but
stuff immediately surrounding you in general.
okay.
Um,
Oh, okay. So it's a big cube area force wave. Okay.
yeah, it's basically like a very small sonic boom,
Okay.
and go
Okay,
ahead.
well then that makes it even okay, so then that makes it even cooler because you're just gonna see like the force come out in both ways. Okay, in all ways. Okay.
Sorry, I didn't know. I didn't know if you were about to say something else.
No, I'm just picturing it now. It's like, okay, this isn't like a lateral like move. This is an AoE effect basically. So
Mm-hmm.
I'm just like picturing it in my head.
You could
You can
definitely
Said,
still do
wow,
all the stuff you described. It's just instead of it being like an aimed thing, it's a everything around me goes whoosh kind of thing.
okay. Oh, then I can happily describe that. So again, slide in the hands creates enough static. You hear the clap, and then you just see like an electric wave just come out of all ends. You can see it. It does resonate with the building. It shatters a window.
Yeah, it does a lot to the building. I was gonna add on to what you were saying with the building. So you push the Bunderhopp like 10 feet away, which is good. You get some distance between you. Some of your pieces that were also on display get pushed in its general direction. So we're gonna add on a little bit extra to what you did for the thunder damage. We're gonna give it some bludgeoning. Okay.
Bludgeoning inside. Okay.
Okay. So it slams up against your forge, and along with a bunch of other stuff, it ends up making the flame on the forge die out a bit because there's no oxygen getting to it.
Okay.
But he is successfully pushed away. You've got a lot of clutter in the forge area now, and you're at the entrance of your house. You hear some things inside your house kind of crash to the ground, particularly things on like any shelves or tables, and you hear the echo of your thunderous force resonate through the city streets. It is fairly late, so it's sure to have gotten somebody's attention if nothing else has. What are you gonna do with what's left of your turn? You can still run into a place. You can do a lot of different things. With movement, at least.
With movement.
Yeah,
Okay, because since I already did my attack.
Yeah, you've already done your action, so you still have your movement if you want to use it.
Let's see. I have the arm blade on me as it stands. Returning weapon only works for any weapon I would have fused onto it. I'm looking at something else. I think in this case, definitely gonna be running out of the house.
Okay.
So I'm just gonna be going in a direction.
Okay. Do you leave anything for anyone who might be looking around later? Because I don't know if you would think about this in the moment, but you are supposed to meet back at your house in the morning.
That is true. Let's see. Is there anything I could leave behind to say that I was here? Well, as far as I'm concerned, that shell would be any indication of something.
Okay.
Yeah. So we'll just leave it as it is.
Gotcha. So you book it.
Yeah.
Okay. You do manage to get away, I think, in this situation. You don't know where the creature went. And where do you try to flee to?
That's a good question. I wouldn't. It's a place I try to flee from. I have to go to like the next best building that would at least guarantee some light or like some protection. So the bars are closed, so that's not gonna work.
I will say the Adventurers Guild, they do also have like apartments and housing, so they'd probably still be open.
That sounds like a reasonable idea, considering I can't think of any other building I would try to run to. So the Adventurers Guild.
Okay. Man. Okay, so you get to the Adventurers Guild. And effectively rewrote the entire episode last week. Son of a bitch.
So are
Wait,
you
did
telling me
did
that
I-
last You're telling me last session isn't canon?
Not all of it, some of it.
And a
But-
mom.
Is there a way we can work around it though?
I didn't want to just be like, the Bunderhopp gets you! But,
Well, I mean, I wouldn't have mind if it was like, I wouldn't have mind if it was like, look, the Banderhop has to get you. Can you script out how that works?
okay.
You know, I would have been okay with that.
Okay. Okay. Um... Okay, so you are running away from the source of the loud noise that you made toward the Adventurers Guild. It's the dead of night. Lights are starting to turn on in the general vicinity of your house.
Hmm.
You don't see the Bunderhopp. You get almost to the main street of Banalia where the Adventurers Guild is. And out about 10 feet in front of you, you see something rise up from the ground. And it is a very irritated Bunderhopp.
Oh,
And it catches you off guard a bit, I would say. And it gets you with its tongue, just like last time.
is this how it gets me? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I
Keep going, sorry.
no, it's fine. Part of me is just thinking about how it would have went if that's how it was going to happen.
Right. Can you do me a favor?
Yeah.
Can you make a strength saving throw for me again?
Strength saving throw. Okay.
Gotcha. Unfortunately, its raw power overpowers you. The
Okay.
turtle shell armor is no longer there to protect you. You take another 10 necrotic damage.
Okay, so 10 HP.
And you are pulled into its maw as it swallows you. You are in the belly of the beast. What do you do?
In the belly of the beast,
Mm-hmm.
what can there be? What can be done? Let's see. Let's see.
For the record, you are in this particular situation. You are technically restrained, and what that means. Sorry, I always have to remind myself that you can't move, and your attack rolls have disadvantage in this situation.
Any attack rolls will have disadvantage. Okay.
Right. So spells are fine, but you are and I would say that you're not like restricted in terms of like moving your arms to do that
Mm-hmm.
in this particular situation. But your attack rolls are at disadvantage in this particular case.
Okay. Well, I'm currently in this situation.
Mhm.
I have nothing else to handle. I can't exactly rip and. I can't. Well, that would be kind of badass. Just try to climb my way outside of the mouth again, but I'm thinking a better way to remedy this situation. If this homie couldn't handle this, he got pretty impacted by a thunder wave. I'm going to assume if I try a thunder wave inside of his belly, that is not going to end well for him.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to go for another thunder wave.
Okay. This is gonna be interesting. Go ahead and roll that damage. I'm gonna see if he can resist it. But he's gonna do it with disadvantage, I think, because you're literally inside him. Good grief.
Creature. What is this? 2d8, right?
2d8 thunder, yeah.
Do I have to put thunder in it?
No. So, just roll the 2d8, and I know that it's a thunder damage thing. Okay. So it does resist your thunder wave this time. Somehow, against all odds, and it only takes half of that, for the record, if it resists.
Okay.
But you do cause it some upset stomach issues, and you feel it fall over for a second.
Mm-hmm.
And then you get a very strange sensation. And you feel the almost burning sensation, but it's not like acidic burning. It's like what you know how the Resident Evil guy kind of in Resident Evil 8 his
Mm-hmm.
skin kind of gets it in one point.
You mean turns into mold?
Yeah, kind of imagine what that sensation would feel like.
Oh God.
Because you're taking
That's okay. I'm feeling that's going to be not a burning sensation, but a decaying
yeah,
sensation.
this is a necrotic. This is necrotic damage. I was gonna say, you take another 10 necrotic damage, and you do fall unconscious.
Okay. Yeah, because
Um,
that puts me at 0 HP at that point.
Right. However, the Bunderhopp has a strange way about it. You wouldn't pick up on this because you are unconscious. And you actually wake up in a very strange place. You have no idea where you're at,
Mm-hmm.
but you are in a jail cell that is not in the...
Okay, if I revive, does that mean I still have HP then? Or...
you are at 1 HP.
Okay.
You are stable due to the
Mhm.
way this works. And you find yourself in a jail cell. It's very dark and dreary. But you are alive. And you see your surroundings are fairly bare. You see a desk across the way. And there's like various note-taking stuff there. Your cell is more or less empty. There is some form of like hay bale bedding that I didn't illustrate in the map. And you see a fairly simple wooden plate with some food, an apple, and like a couple of root vegetables.
Mhm.
And you didn't notice it at first. But after a brief time kind of getting a feel for your surroundings, you hear the voice of a fairly old woman, a fairly old elven woman, if I remember correctly. I actually gotta check something about this.
Oh no.
Yeah, you see a fairly old elven woman, who approaches your cell, and says, "You've been causing me quite a bit of trouble, young dwarf.
You can't exactly blame me. I assume you're the one that brought about that Bunderhopp.
Oh yes, I am. I am the one who summoned the Bunderhopp. You can't see her face as it is quite dark and well, actually, you can see in the dark because you have dark vision. Fuck. You can't really see any like color down here because of how dark it is. It's everything's more or
What if
less
the
in
lady
black
has
and
a
white.
hood? Did that help?
She, uh, but you can see that she's got some fairly nice clothing, uh, and uh, a hooded robe essentially.
Okay.
And she says, "Now, how am I supposed to collect on my own? How am I supposed to collect on all of this if people find me?"
I'm sorry, what
Oh.
did she say? Collect?
Yeah, she said, "How am I supposed to collect on this whole situation if people find me?" And
That's not my problem.
Oh.
it is mine. You've been asking a lot of questions. Questions that you probably shouldn't know the answer to.
I'm a man of few words. I don't. The last question I ask is, where am I?
Well, you're in a jail cell, sweetie. um, you can see a faint smile, from what little you can see of her face. And she says, "Now, unfortunately, I can't have anyone finding me. So you better tell me, anyone else who knows about a Loris Edel?
Who?
A Loris
What?
Edel."
Okay, who?
Was that like in character? Or did you not hear me?
In character.
Okay.
I'm trying to
She
remember. Like personally, I'm trying to remember if I've heard the name before in a previous episode.
okay.
I'm going to assume Dario hasn't either. So
Uh, you have. It's been a bit. But uh, here's what. Okay, so she kind of grabs. She turns around, grabs a knife off the table, and says, "Eloris Edel. Do you remember that name? Or did I get the wrong dwarf? Because now, you're trying my patience."
Lawrence L. You might have to You might have to refresh my memory, old lady.
Um. Okay. She.
Says, yeah, I will.
Okay. She looks. She turns around, uh, grabs a paper off the desk instead, and you see her doing a bit of an incantation over the paper, uh, before handing it to you. And it says, in common, uh, missing Eloris Edel, and there's a illustration of an elderly woman, an elderly elvish woman. This lady.
Elderly old woman. Context. Is this the same one that ended up getting caught by the Bandersnatch? Or am I thinking that? I mean, bandits. The Bunderhopp. Am I really didn't forgot about this character?
Okay,
Oh yeah,
so
this is the person we're looking. Taking.
Aloris Edel is the person you're looking for.
Oh,
They're the
right.
person whose body never turned up in the absolute massacre of 4 affluent people in Banalia.
Right. Oh, this one. I know nothing of her. I don't even know if she's alive or not.
Okay. So she puts the knife back down on the table and turns back to you and says, "You really don't know who this is?"
I remember crying. Our team was. Well, I remember we cried over some information, but to this day we still don't know what happened to her.
Okay. So then my follow-up question, who all are you working with?
People.
She smiles and says, "You might want to be a little bit more descriptive." And you see her hand set ablaze a bit. After sorry. You see her hand set ablaze a bit as she says something in Elvish. And she starts pointing her hand towards you. You imagine she's created a. I gotta remember the name of that damn spell. Hang on. Wrong spot. Why can't I remember the damn name of that spell? It's the one that you basically conjure up a fireball in your hand that doesn't necessarily get used for damage. It's like a cantrip, I think.
Fireball.
Control flames?
Control flame.
Something
I
like
mean,
that.
there has to be an existing flame, but yeah, you could like.
That's not it. There's a.
The only thing that I can think of is Fire Bolt, which is what I have.
Not
That's-
a cantrip. That's it. It's.
Illumination. I don't know.
Oh. I think I know what the spell is. It's. The reason I can't find it is it's not a wizard spell. Oops.
Multi. Yeah, class. She's old. Probably
Produce
has a lot
flame.
of
That's what
good-
I was thinking of. It's a druid
Produce?
cantrip, so that's why I couldn't find it. Anyway, she puts a fire in her hand,
Mm-hmm.
similar to produce flame, where it is, you can feel the heat of it, kind of warm the room just a little bit. And she says, "You might want to get a little bit more descriptive, dwarf."
Dario looks at the hand, looks at her, looks at the hand, looks at her. Is this supposed to scare me?
Oh.
Okay.
For you.
And she pulls her hand back and throws the fireball, or the fire, at you. It is, pretty simple. You don't have your armor on, and she hits you. She hits you across the face with the fireball, and you fall to the ground. And as you are beginning to pass out, you see her face ever so slightly better from this position on the floor,
Mm-hmm.
and it is very similar to the face that you saw on that poster.
Oh,
That
I
big.
see.
So,
Ugh.
turning back to Aiden and... Or not Aiden. Adro and Cass. Slight revisions to the information you find at Dario's house. You don't find a note, but you do find his signature turtle shell armor among the dishevelry.
Adro is sobbing directly on the shell.
You still find the footprints.
I find it funny. They do see that note. It has no context, and then they turn to the right, and the shell has just been there the entire time.
Yeah, we missed it on our first run, and fucking Cass pacing around the room like it killed him. It sucked him right out of his armor.
No, it
and,
didn't.
and it ate him, and there's no blood because it ate him whole because it sucked him right out of his armor.
Look,
In
we've had
John, do
this
you need to move the
conversation
map
for a
back?
better part of 30 minutes.
like a jelly-filled pastry.
Okay, Cass, the more time you spend sobbing about this, the less time we have to find him. Remember?
Yeah, you're right. We gotta find his remains and return them to his family.
Adro, incoherent babbling.
Adro, come on, we gotta go. We'll bury his armor with his goopy remains.
Okay. Okay. Look, I'm not exactly a great tracker. So, if y'all would like to lead the way, we did find the footprints.
Oh, right. Well, we can't track it, but yeah, I guess we could follow the footprints.
We also
I don't
have
know.
the toenail situation.
Yes,
Yeah,
we do.
yeah.
It's
I don't know how long the footprints will go, but we'll follow them as long as we can.
All
I'm
right.
also not sure how useful the toenail's gonna be, but it's here.
Listen. I know how to track shit.
Like you
And
said, you weren't the tracker.
God damn it. You're right.
Well, I do. And Cass is wiping their eyes. Well, so we can find his body. I get my bones for my jewelry from hunting.
Okay.
Probably they have dogs, stuff like that. I don't know if anyone would be up right now or if they'd be willing to help us, but I guess we could give it a shot.
Here's my idea. Why don't I take this to one of my fellow colleagues and let's see if we can't get some help to make that damn wizard's college actually useful.
Yeah, we got some options. The
Okay.
wizard magic doesn't
Do
work.
that.
Sorry, what'd you say?
Oh,
Yeah, Aiden.
I said, sure, we can do that.
Okay. By the way, you might want to give us as much money as you can, because this might be a bit expensive.
well, how much are we talking?
How much you got?
Cass pats their pockets. Uh,
I'm not giving anything unless you name a price.
I got I
Cats
got
don't. Cats don't.
You're a shrewd negotiator there, Adro.
Listen, I am trying to build up as much as I can at the moment.
Okay, that's fair. I tell you what. Let's just go to the Wizards College, and I'll have the person there tell us, cause I don't actually know. I don't usually do this kind of thing. Is that okay? Like, at least go there, and if you don't like the price, then you can just say no. Is that a fair deal?
I'd rather that than just give it willy-nilly right now and not know where this toenail goes. So, sure.
Okay.
Major has somehow sobered up because of the talk of we need to
Honey.
pay this much.
uh,
I thought you said because of the taco. I'm like, what?
uh,
And I'd go for a
although,
taco.
I mean, also might not have enough money. I don't get paid very well, and nobody buys my jewelry. So if it's too expensive, we could just go to the hunters.
okay. You all go to the Wizards College and meet an associate of Heem's. And by associate, he doesn't. I mean, colleague. He doesn't really call this guy a friend. But you see a very average looking human male. And he's holding in his left hand a crystal ball. And he says, "So, what exactly do you guys need me to do?" I see a toenail from some disgusting creature. A crying,
No,
a pair of crying people.
this toenail, it ain't from him. It's from some toad thing.
Why am I looking up a toad thing?
It's because took our friend, and he's either dead or dying. So either we recover him, try to heal him, or we recovered his body, and yeah.
Okay. So, let me get this straight. You want me to find some random toad creature because it has potentially killed your friend.
Yeah.
Heem? Professor Heem, rather? Yes. Why are you wasting my time? I mean, I figured you'd be more perceptive to helping people. This is a very expensive type of magic. You can't just expect me to give it away willy-nilly, right? I suppose not. How much are you wanting, Professor? And the wizard kind of gets this smarmy look on his face. Pulls out an abacus. It's like a thumb abacus because he keeps his crystal ball out at the same time.
Yeah.
And it kind of looks like he's going through like a cell phone.
Yeah.
And he says, "Oh, probably about 200 gold.
200 gold.
I mean, this takes a while. It uses up a bit of holy water. It's frankly a waste of my time, so I might as well get some kind of payment for it.
Yes.
And that's giving
Right.
into the discount that I would be giving because you're friends with this professor here." He kind of says with a bit of an eye roll.
Tess inhales and wipes their eyes as their quivering lip turns to a scowl, and they sigh and say, "You know what?" And then snatches the claw out of whoever's hand and
Okay.
says, "People like you are exactly why I hate them. You can't put a price on people's lives, and I'm all about paying people fairly. But you, sir, you ain't worth shit. You ain't a respectable wizard like the team here, you know, at least he..."
He laughs as you say that.
Oh, he or the guy.
Not him, the guy.
Oh, right. He says self-deprecating humor.
He kind of smiles as you say that too, but he doesn't make any vocal noise.
No, you listen to me. You may have your magic, and you may be the best goddamn wizard in the world, but I don't give a shit how good you are. If you don't use that to teach people and to help people, then it ain't worth a damn thing.
Listen,
Or you can take your money and you can take your abacus and you can shove it up your ass. We'll be going somewhere else.
okie dokie. And just so you know, I am a professor here, and I do teach students, so, rude.
Yeah, and how much do you charge them for that?
I don't charge them anything. This is the school's issue, not mine. In that
Right.
particular case.
And I'm sure you would just volunteer to tutor them, right? Give up that penny.
No, that's not how education works.
No, it's how you and people like you want it. I don't have time to be arguing with this bullshit.
Yes?
You don't have to come, but we'll be going to the hunt. Thanks for your help.
Okay. Well, farewell, Professor.
Nah, he doesn't have the right to.
It's not so much that, it's just I can't remember his absolutely boring name.
Ain't worth remembering anyway.
He kinda, he flashes a smile and says, "You know, I'm sorry I wasted your ever so important time, Professor. I'll best be going now." And, he follows you to the Hunters Guild. On that note, let's take a quick break so I can bullshit up some NPCs.
Gotta piss.
You all take... We'll come back at the top of the hour, alright?
Alright.
The hour. Okay.
Top of the hour, 7 o'clock.
I'm good.
Excuse me. Okay. Hello.
Wow, that was pretty.
Oh, what relief I had when I realized something.
Something.
Mm-hmm. I remembered something.
Oh,
Oh.
no.
It's actually just convenient for me and probably in your favor.
Really?
Yep.
How so?
You'll have to find out. David, if you are back, just let me know, but if not, no worries. Cool, that message was from before intermission. Got it. So, I swear, I don't do this on purpose, where the first half is just the solo roleplay. I swear, it won't be like this very much longer. Hopefully.
What?
Understandable.
What's wrong with the drama-based roleplay?
The solo roleplay stuff, it's cool, but I feel like it's just like, well, I'm listening to this storytelling for, an hour, and I don't know that I'm the best storyteller. So, yeah. Hopefully everyone is doing well. Enjoyed some lovely break.
Yeah.
I think we should be good for picking up on Aiden and, or not Aiden, Adro and Cass's stuff, but if y'all want to wait just a little bit longer to make sure that David's back, you can do that too.
I don't mind that.
Okay. Yeah. At some point I scratched up my tongue because it kind of hurts.
Oh no. That's not good.
No, it's not, but... don't know where I got these cards from.
Internet.
Hey, there he is. Internet? What's the internet?
It's a magical place where people go to post a bunch of not safe for work art and sometimes have shitty opinions.
Holy shit, you just described the internet. By the way, if you can hear the new intermission music, what do you think?
Oh, I could not. Oh shit.
I swear, if it's what I think it is.
I need to pause my music and have a listen.
It is. Gosh darn it.
Fucking commercial. I'm trying to hear the music. Fuck you, commercials.
Screw you, Sonic is probably advertising on here.
It's not. It's a Tampax commercial.
Interesting.
Interesting that they're marketing Tampax to you.
Don't tell the algorithm that.
I guess they're
It's
just
not-
like, hey, you
not
never know when
for-
you're gonna need tampons.
Not for
You never know.
blood.
You
They're
know,
very
you never know when you're gonna need a tampon.
yeah.
Mhm.
Sure.
They're also good for blocking bullet.
Yeah,
Exactly.
And
there you go. Tampax, they'll stop your bullet wounds.
At least buy one box in case you get shot.
yeah.
Yeah.
Man,
Yeah.
it was really helpful.
Hmm. But I appreciate that this stream is being run by the meanest sons of bitches in all of Banalia. Guaranteed.
Yeah.
Yeah. Everyone in Banalia is sons of bitches, and they're mean as fuck.
Yeah. I noticed.
So, Adro and Cass, you guys make your way to the Hunters Guild, and I'm actually just gonna pull us back to the virtual table for this part.
Oh,
Is it just a map that says Dario Jail?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I didn't know if you'd end up going here.
Gay Dario Baby Jail.
Hey, Dario, baby jail.
Are you okay? Baby. Gus.
Maybe.
I don't like that cabbage is right on in between there for a bit.
There we go.
Put cabbage under the legs for the hell of it.
Do it, you won't.
I had trouble doing it actually.
Oh,
No, I don't like that. I don't like that.
that's even no. You have to leave it. No,
I'll do that.
no. You have to put it back.
Okay. So anyway,
There's no other way. That's it.
You have to commit.
So you guys are going to the Hunters Guild, whom Cass interacts with fairly frequently. Fairly, you get the leftover bones and stuff, I think, right?
Yeah, yeah. I reduced their waste, I guess.
Yeah.
I said furs, bones. Yeah, put that. As we're on our way, Cass is Storm and Norm.
You're breaking up.
Oh, right. But as we're on our way over, Cass is just Storm and Norman over there, like walking with purpose, mad and also pissed.
Okay.
So, we reached the Hunters Guild. What is it? What does it look like? And where is this?
So the way I imagined it, the Hunters Guild is. Let's see if I still have that image in here. I do. So, if I had to imagine it, it's probably not terribly far from the Adventurers Guild. It's probably further to the east entrance of Banalia. So probably somewhere. I don't have any buildings here yet because I'm still working on this stupid fucking map. But probably on this main road leading out. The east gate. And I know I showed that to you on the stream, so I apologize. But, yeah, and so you're going out kind of on the eastern main road. Excuse me. And the building is fairly basic. It's made of wood. It's kind of got the like tent motifs almost on the roofing. So like it has a standard V-frame roof, but like they carved the sides of the building to have like a tent looking deal. They've got all sorts of decorative trophies and stuff on the inside. On the outside there's some fairly standard animal carvings and statues.
Kind of like a lodge.
Yeah, think like a lodge, like like as close to a hunting lodge as you can get, but then put it in a city.
Yeah. It's like on the road out.
Yeah, it's close to the exit of the city, and you walk up the fairly simple steps and into the main guild hall, I assume, right?
Right. I'll be leading the way since I know these.
And you see a couple of familiar faces. Particularly you spot Mai Tai and Lytel, actually. They are having an enjoyable lunch, a late lunch, kind of off in one of the corners of the building. I'm just gonna give a general sketch here. Stairs. Then you've got some like tables in this area, and in this area you see Lytel and Mai Tai, who are enjoying, like I said, a very basic lunch, but a filling one.
Is there anyone else in here?
There's a few other people. Let me just throw some folks in there, but it's not empty. But there's it's kind of that after they're kind of late to lunch, so like a lot of people have already started making their way back out for the day. But there's a few people still bumming around.
Right. And probably like the guys I specifically know might be they already went back to work, but Cass is gonna look around for a moment, see if there's anyone else that they know. But if there isn't, they're going to go ahead and very casually make their way over to the boys.
God, I haven't done the voice in forever. Hello there. What brings you over to the hunting guild? I forgot their fucking voices. Shit.
Oh, it's all good.
We'll just pretend it's the same voice. Smile. Lytel looks up to you and says, "So, what brings you guys over here?"
Well, you might have seen me around in the lodge from time to time. I'm the guy that comes by and picks up scraps, making jewelry. But
yeah, there's stories around here about you.
It's
I think you're a hoarder.
No, I'm just a jeweler and all that, so I use it. Well, if you stop by Cobbler and Cobbler, that's where I sell my wares. But that's not what I'm here for.
Hey, where's your third guy, Dario? the other one says, I don't remember who started the conversation. Shit.
You know Dario?
Yeah, I had to get my knife honed a bit.
Oh, right. Yeah, he's really good at that kind of thing. Not much of a metal worker myself, so if I need any, go to him. That's actually the question we came here to ask. We went to pick up some goods this morning. He's gone.
Oh. Oh.
Um, he it last I heard, and it seems like um Cass is trying to choose his words carefully. Last I heard, uh he was looking around the edge of city. It seems that there was animal attack.
Heem
And
kind
I
of
was
looks at you quizzically and says, "Look, do you guys know how to track?" And they say, "Well, what do we need to go tracking for? If it's a sorry, I fucked that up. God damn it."
no, take your time.
Heem says nothing. Sorry. Heem does look at you quizzically because he's like, "Why are you trying to hide this?"
Cax just shakes his head at Heem, and takes out the claw and gives it. It's the urgent. We need to find.
You keep breaking up.
Oh, he takes out the claw and offers it to Lytel. And what's his name?
Mai Tai and Lytel.
Bertle? Oh, Mai Tai. Mai Tai and Lytel. We need to find him as soon as possible.
Oh, okay. Unfortunately, I think only one of us can come with you. At the moment. The other one's gonna have to kind of make up for lost time on our end. We'll help you out. Who
Right.
who would you prefer to help you out? Out of curiosity.
What do they look like, by the way? What's their physique?
They're both fairly Mai Tai's fairly scrawny, but he's kind of scrawny and short, but he looks like he has his wits about him.
Live,
What'd you say?
like agile.
Yeah, he's pretty quick on his feet. However, more he seems to be more acclimated to like investigative work. If that makes sense, like.
Well, which of you is a better tracker?
Ah,
No offense.
that's fair. I've got a pretty good eye for things. Lytel says. I'm a. I think I should probably go do this.
And he seems stronger of the two.
He's got a bit more brawn to him. And most of his skills. He seems better for ambush type work. He has like different type of clothing on, and it's like almost like camouflage with how the rags that he wears kind of go over him.
Right, right. Well, it's nice to meet you. Thanks.
I mean, we've seen you around the Hunters Guild.
Well, right, but meeting you more officially for the first time.
Yes, yes. Okay. So he
Well,
holds his hand out for the toenail that you flashed earlier.
he hands
Can I
it to
see
him.
that? Can I see that?
Yeah, yeah. He
Kind of palms it and rolls it around his hand for a minute, and
takes
then
it,
he.
licks it.
I was gonna say he takes it in his other hand, grimaces a bit, and licks it.
Ah, ah. What? Why'd you do that?
Well, I'm kind of trying to figure out what this thing is.
Right. Well,
Usually, whenever you lick creatures' stuff, it's not like this acidic.
why don't we
It's like
walk and talk?
it's like I don't know. It's like
And
if I drank a bunch of lemonade
oh,
with a very very strong lemon.
sour.
Yeah, it's strange.
Yeah. Well, we can walk and talk and theorize about what this might be.
I catch what you're saying. Let's get moving.
Right.
Um,
Pedro, do you? And as we get walking, I'm gonna lean to Adro and do you happen? I mean, I got my notes. I'm not remembering well. Do you think you could tell him about, you know, the Bunderhopp?
Uh, crap. I'm sorry, guys. I am zoning out.
it's all
Oh, it's
good.
a. Cass whispered to Adro. She remembered about Bunderhopp. He has his notes, but if you want to share.
Um, frick,
It, it's all good. Um,
Well, I'll just give him my notes. It's probably best quiet anyway.
I was gonna say, if people are starting to kind of fade a bit, maybe we should kind of put it here. I don't want to
What do you
push
think?
people if they're not feeling great.
Yeah, that's
I'm sorry. I'm just. I
It's
don't
all,
even know right now.
it's all good. Um, let's find a raid target.
yeah. Oh, do we have a raid?
Um, I don't know how Get Ward feel. How everyone feels about Get Ward.
Mario's fucking dies.
This doesn't scare me. I don't know.
Uh,
The Bandersnatch Hopper, because we keep calling it Bandersnatch.
Bundersnatch, Banderhop. Wait, fuck.
Oh,
Bundersnatch Hopper.
Blundersnatch.
Like this Bundersnatch Hopper.
Blunder up. Blunder.
Uh, we'll just say like a couple of these names.
Blundersnatch, Bunderhopp, Binger, Stinger.
Uh,
Oof.
Well,
There we go. Here's the full raid message. It's kind of long, but whatever. I didn't put an E in called. There we go.
Yeah.
And the follow-up,
See.
y'all want to raid a person playing a Jackbox, a person playing Final Fantasy Tactics, or a person playing Persona 4 Golden?
Jackbox.
Jackbox? Alright.
Yeah, sure.
This person... Also, I don't know if they're still doing it, but they were earlier doing some charity stuff. So... let's go have some fun playing some Jack's Box. And, we'll try and conclude this next session. And then from there, we'll probably be reevaluating some stuff with it, because I think it might be a bit too much pressure on a few people to be doing a D&D live stream type thing. So, we'll still probably play it, but I don't know if we're going to be live streaming this too much longer.
Fine.
Okay.
Thank you all for coming, and have a great evening.